Well, I'm back, and I will try to demonstrate how this little operation works to trim out the edges here. Alright, we'll take that tape off first, which it has a roller bearing, so it's sure going to hurt it, and actually the thickness of the tape will restrict it a little teeny bit when I go to trim it. It's not being very nice to me right now with this tape. Alrighty. Yep. Looks like I'm going to have to do a little digging here. Get this tape off. One thing is another. So far, so good. It's not too bad. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to give this a go, but I'm going to turn the volume way down here. Hopefully. Destroy it or anything here. Alright, I'm going to give it a go here. Alright, I got the volume back up a little bit. Let me see if we can see what's going on here. Yeah, I guess so. Well, we got it this time. A little bit of glue around the edges to clean off, but a little sanding has to go through with this anyway. So far so good. We're going to sign off, and I'm going to start doing a little sanding around the edges and see what this looks like. Oh, I do salt senior. Check it out. Well, hello there. Lord Usal Senior's back. Getting to the point here where we're starting to fret the fretboard. And I won't put you through the whole pain of all this, but I found a way that seems to work pretty good for me, at least today. What I do is I tap the frets into the fret slots, make sure they're down nice and snudge. And then I use these cutters to trim the excess off. And then I come in with these beauties right here that I custom ground, so they're very sharp edge and a very thin cut. And that allows me to snip the ends so that I don't have so much filing to do. Gets it up nice and close, and seems to be working pretty good. And the music you hear in the background is friends of mine practicing. That's the group called Long Journey. They've been pretty good friends of mine, and I had a studio in my attic, and they used to come over and practice upstairs. So these are just rough copies of the practice. So there, look at that with you. That gets it up nice and close, so I don't have a heck of a lot to trim. Because the brass is, whatever these are, brass, bronze, they're a little harder to sand than wood. So, let's see, that's where we are right now with that. I'm going to finish the job without boring anybody. And I'll give you a quick peeky at the ukulele. I may have said this, but I get the end piece glued on. That screw will be removed before I paint it. I get this masked off so I can spray the body, and then I'll glue this on. And this one has a floating bridge, so that'll help me get it adjusted for the intonation, so everything's happy at the 12th fret, we hope. So I am going to be checking out and doing a little bit of fretting, as it were. So don't you fret, I'll be back. Good morning, Lord Dussault Sr. checking in this morning. Well, it's been a while since I've cut any video on this ukulele that I'm building, and a lot of things going on, so the camera didn't get flipped on for some of this, but we're in the end stage here. It's pretty much done. Got some tunas for CB Giddy. Hope I'm getting that right. And those are on. I lacquered the back. The neck is shellacked, but the back and the front are lacquered, finished. I hope I can get that off. And the sides are shellacked. So there we're at. That's what the end piece looks like. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing these. They're awful hard to get them wound up so that they don't slip. But anywho, I got a button on the end. So what I'm doing right now, or what I've just finished doing actually, and I says, well, seeing as I'm closing out this video, what I did was have to, I hope I don't scratch the top here, getting this ready. I had to flatten out the base of the bridge. It wasn't setting on there quite right, so what I ended up doing was doing it under here. I loosened the strings up and kept them on the ukulele, just brought them up so that I could work. And I don't know if you can see this, but anyways, then I was able to just work it back and forth, and that brought it down. And what you do is you use a pencil. What I did is draw 3 pencil lines Zip, zip, zip down the back of this. And then as I ran it across, I watched to see how much the pencil line was disappearing. And when the pencil line completely disappeared, I figured we was in business. So this is ready to go back on. I will have to do some adjustments, I'm sure. But I use a 0 fret on these, and the nut actually up the top is all it is just a guide now. So I'll bring this over so you can take a peek. But that all it is your 0 fret. Then this is cut just to guide the strings so they stay in the proper position. I'm going to try lowering this down here, see if I can not have a commotion when I do it. Get everybody back in the groove. That's another thing what I have done is I've sanded the grooves down a little bit so that the string's not sitting hard all the way down in there. I want to get a little bit more sound out of that. And it's going to be time to tune her up here in a minute. And I'm just going to try to get my bridge somewhere near where it needs to be. On here. There we go. Okay, from the 12th fret, it was supposed to be 51. A little bit further back than I need to be here. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, go some more. This just is a starting point. There we go. I will have to adjust it as I go along. Yep. Okay, so that is good. I'm going to bring this up, the tuning up on this, and I'm not going to do it on the video because it's a time-consuming and noisy process. So I will check out for the moment, and we'll come back in when we get this thing in tune. Well, I'm back, and trying to get a final view here. There we go. If I get in the right place, we'll see it all, won't we? I'll flip her over. There's the back side. Got a bit of a shine to it. And there's the top and back side. Flip around one more time. There we go. And the end. Now the sides, they got that burnt in look from one of my high voltage experiments on wood. If you check out my website, my YouTube channel, you'll find it in there somewhere. Well, let's see what we got here. I don't profess to be a ukulele player. It's got a little bit of sustain there. Alright, so that finishes the job. These are Nyla gut, I guess they call them. Supposed to imitate gut strings. And we've got her done. So, as they say, this case is closed. So, hopefully I'll get this posted one of these days, and we'll see what happens. Lord Dussault Sr. checking out.